much, Mindy, for the introduction and your invitation to be here today, and to the Fort Lauderdale Women's Club for having me. My name is Melissa Blahos. I'm a painter, photographer, and dancer. I specialize in healing arts and therapeutic dance guidance. I call my art emotionalism. I'm interested in the wide range of capabilities of emotions and how they play a role in our physiology. I find that one of the beautiful things in life is that we can create art as an expression of who we are and how we feel, and that powerful message can be realized for ourselves and sent out into society through art. My brand Unleashed represents the fusion and embodiment of expressive and healing arts to guide us on our feminine journey towards our purpose and higher selves. I'm here today to share with you, and I think you will find my story interesting, as to how and why I started a 4-year journey photographing participants in the nude, covered with self-applied body paint to bring awareness to body positivity and self-love. Looking at me, one might say, how could she have insecurities about her body and lack of self-love? I'm blessed with a thin frame and nice features. I grew up with 2 loving parents and 2 sisters. I graduated from the local university and was teaching art at the local high school. From the outside, my life looked happy and normal. But on the inside, I cursed my body and became disconnected from it. I was unaware of my emotions and desperately needed an outlet to express myself in lieu of numbing myself by drinking away my unhappiness. And that's where my story begins. I grew up in a small town in Ohio with very little art or culture to explore. Luckily, my mother was naturally crafty and always made sure my 2 sisters and I had craft projects to work on or dance lessons to attend, which I thoroughly enjoyed growing up. I always knew I wanted to do something in the arts and realized expressing myself with my body through dance and painting was my route of self-expression. So I studied art education at my small town university in Youngstown, Ohio. I had a desire to teach art because I believe so much about ourselves can be learned through art. I began teaching high school art and felt very proud to see my students cultivating and expressing themselves artistically with my guidance. In 2008, a health scare got me to open my eyes and begin to appreciate myself and my body a bit more. But it wasn't until I met my husband in 2009 that I began to make real healthy changes to my lifestyle and overall well-being. Only 6 months after meeting, we got married, and I left my whole upbringing and moved to Athens, Greece. It was a whirlwind. During those 6 years there, I had the opportunity to explore and cultivate myself as an artist, to heal my unhealthy associations with alcohol, and to delve into finding my femininity, confidence, and self-expression. You see, the biggest reason I loathed my body was because every month I dealt with debilitating pain caused by endometriosis, a disease that affects 1 out of 10 women, where the uterine tissue grows outside the uterus, shedding just like menstruation into the body, causing painful lesions and scar tissue on organs. Not only did the monthly pain in my body cause me to disconnect from it and my femininity, I, like many other women, bought into what I saw in the magazines and on TV. The perfect models with the best clothes, hair, and makeup. When I felt like I didn't fit into those constructs, I rebelled for attention, to be unique and different. And when that didn't give me satisfaction, I longed to be what I thought society wanted me to be. How to look, act, dress, and feel was dictated by what I saw. I was confused. How do I be a woman? What does it mean to be female? To be feminine? How do I love my body? Thankfully, my time in Greece shed some light on those questions that were plaguing me. My first spark of inspiration for Unleashed happened while in Greece. Although everything about the country was astounding, it was the water that I was most drawn to and inspired by artistically because of its ability to reflect our emotions. As I began to discover myself, I began to feel a strong connection to water because of its feminine quality. I was interested in how our thoughts, feelings, and emotions play a critical role in our physical well-being. Considering that our bodies are 80% water, I dove into exploring that connected relationship in a series of photographs titled See in Yourself. By studying and examining water during See in Yourself, I learned by quieting my mind through meditation how to connect to my own feelings and emotions. Although I came to these realizations, I still had issues concerning my physical body. One day, for the first time, my husband and I went to a nude beach so I can continue my series. A flood of apprehension and shame arose when I got undressed. I had a decision in that moment that really changed my life. I could leave my clothes on out of fear and embarrassment, or face the fear of being completely vulnerable without any clothes on. It was symbolic of my life. Clothes became my masks, but being nude, I couldn't hide and was faced with the real me. Also, I had built a resentment and aversion towards my body. The endometriosis wreaked havoc on my physical body and my emotional mental state. Those nudists on the beach taught me so much by just observing them. They were comfortable in their own skin. They looked people in their eyes when they spoke without judgment. And they had no shame surrounding their bodies because the nudity wasn't sexualized. The feeling and energy from that was total freedom and empowerment, and that's what I wanted. I had a lot of growth from that experience on the nude beach because being nude literally stripped me from any of my masks so I can connect with my body and learn to love it and myself. I spent the next 5 years deconstructing my self-inflicted negative beliefs. It was a struggle to adopt this new thought process and self-image, but I was determined to become the woman I was meant to be. I immersed myself in positive learning and self-love. I attended self-development courses, listened to motivational speakers, participated in workshops, read multiple books, partook in red tent circles, and even stretched my comfort level further by hosting and guiding women's groups. I realized that the key to a healthy life was to love myself, to really love my inner self and outer self. Once I came to this realization, I strongly desired to inspire and empower other women to change the paradigm for themselves, and the Unleashed Project was conceived. I knew Unleashed would be the answer for the women out there who were dealing with body shame, societal expectations, and lacking love for themselves and their bodies. I set a goal to empower 108 women at no cost to them. I then set out to find those women. After countless rejections throughout the search, 108 women with the moxie to change their paradigm were interviewed and selected to start on their Unleashed venture. I created a welcoming, safe space and led each woman individually on a journey into herself. Through a guided meditation of mental imagery, body sensations, personal color theory, and emotional flooding, she fostered a newfound love for herself. Cast in a new light, her body became a canvas of her own emotions, and she thoughtfully applied the paint as a tool of self-expression. The energy contrived was documented through my lens via artistic photos and testimonial video of her individualized journey. Through this experience, she has created a new relationship with her inner critical voice, establishing her new paradigm. Almost 4 years and 2 countries later, on January 8, 2018, my journey came full circle when I completed the project as the 108th participant. As a result, a circle of healing for myself and the other 107 women was created, connecting us all together as one woman with one big message of self-love and body positivity, each on our own path. I'm currently seeking an opportunity for sponsorship to exhibit the Unleashed Project in a public forum in South Florida. One photograph from each Unleashed session would be exhibited to further empower women by promoting body positivity and self-love. My intent is to create and publish a comprehensive book of Unleashed photographs with collected interviews and testimonials. And my dream is to tour the Unleashed Project exhibition around the country, continuing the Unleashed process with selected women in each city that it visits. My vision is for the beneficial impact of the Unleashed Project to ripple out into the world through the relationship with ourselves and with each other, because when we come from a place of love and acceptance, then we can truly be ourselves. Unleashed.